Does being the older brother, younger brother actually change the way you see life? Because I swear, Anthony, half of the time you act like being an older brother makes you some kind of Yoda, when really it just means you're more grounded. E3, and this is Anthony. We're brothers. If you've been watching our Is This Real podcast or any other podcast that we put out on the Green Hour Media, then you know that we're brothers. But this is a slice of life type of podcast where Anthony and I get very candid with each other and talk about just many different things. Like tonight, we're talking about the dynamic between an older brother and a younger brother, in which we are our only brothers. We have two sisters, but we are our only brothers. So, Anthony, do you want to introduce yourself real quick, just so people who haven't watched our program, and there's a lot of you that haven't watched our other programs, just and I'll introduce myself.
So I'm Anthony. My family does not there's only a few people in my family who call me Tony, but I go by Pope Tony. I've been, it's one of my nicknames, but I'm usually the skeptic and the one who likes to crack jokes even at inappropriate times and push the needle a little too far. I'm the oldest of four. As Joey mentioned, he's my only brother. We have two sisters who went boy, girl, because mom and dad did it right. And the difference in ages between us are me and my first sister are 2 years apart. Me and Joey are 7 years apart. And me and my youngest sister are 11 years apart. And we each have very different dynamics with one another as far as how we treat one another, how we talk to one another. And I think at this point in our lives, more than ever, we are each other's best friends. I mean, I have my friends, Joey has his friends, we all have our besties who are not related to us. But at this point in our lives, we have been spending more time with each other and just enjoying each other's company than I think we ever have before. And I think that's where I'm going to end my my intro.
Even Amanda, the black sheep. Yes.
Even that bitch.
I'm Joey. I'm JC3. That's my moniker. That's my nickname from the podcast of Is This Real. I am the owner, producer, writer, whatever the hell you want to call it, of Is This Real podcast. Anthony's on it. He also produces some podcasts for Green Hour Media. Like he said, I am the third sibling out of the four. There is a 7-year gap between Anthony and I. And that 7-year gap growing up, especially for being each other's only brother, was very significant while we grew up. But now that we're both adults, both in our 30s,
You're freshly 30.
Yes, I'm freshly 30.
You've only been 30 for like 4 months.
I know. I'm a young 30. It doesn't seem that age difference does not seem as vast anymore than it used to. So this is our, like I said in the beginning, this is our first time, Anthony and I, not really first time, but the first time recording it, that Anthony and I are being very candid with each other and talking about something that's not really funny or political. We're just talking about us.
Yeah, I'm sure that as our conversations go through, there'll be hints of those things where we agree and disagree and whatnot, but overall, that's not really the intent of this kind of podcast that we're doing right now. It's more just to talk about what it means to be each other's brother, which I think is a unique perspective in every sibling dynamic. So let's do this.
All right. So the first question we have tonight, Anthony, is do you think our personalities are different because of our birth order, or is just who we are as people?
Oh, I think it's I think it's about who we are as people. I think one of the things that shape us is obviously our parents and the way you're raised and the family dynamic. But also you have the social influences. I grew up at a different time than you did, and like for the idea of formative years, so like when I was 7, 8, 9 years old, that's when we were just like the computer was just a thing that started happening more available in homes and schools. Like it was still like a new thing. Yeah, exactly. Whereas like when you were like 9 years old, you were already using the computer. You had homework assignments on the computer.
Well, not so much homework assignments on the computer, but when I was growing up, it's like I understand that aspect coming from something that's new, because when I was growing up, when I was younger, that's when the iPhone and the iPod just started to become new. And like that's kind of like the only thing I can equate to as far as like something brand new that nobody was using, and then it started to become a big thing.
Right. And like that, so that's one aspect. And like who we grew up with as far as our peers also, because ideas and language changes from not even like a generation is usually 15 years. So we're about half that. But even at half that, like things happen and develop so fast that you developed and got your own way of thinking, and I did mine, whatever. So I think it's not so much the birth order, though. There's a lot of people I know who believe in that, and I think it's full of shit. I don't think birth order has a lot to do with like the responsibilities of where you're born are imbued on you, and that can change you as a person. Like you could grow up more disciplined or whatever. But as far as like our personalities, I think that's more of just who we are, not so much our birth order.
No, I agree with you. I don't think it's a birth order type thing. What I do think though is it's what I think you were right where it is a generational type thing, because even though like our personalities are very different. I'm more of a hothead, more hotter head than you can be. I'm more cold than you can be, depending on the situation.
Your emotions aren't as in check as mine are.
And not in a bad way. Like
Yeah, not in a
I could
bad way at
sit
all.
there, yeah, and I think it also comes down to like we both went to both of the same schools. Our grammar school, you could say, didn't change, so we had the same type of grammar school,
Hold
both
on, hold on,
graduating.
hold on. With respect, my kindergarten teacher didn't tie me to the fucking chair and traumatize me when I was 5.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fuck you,
motherfucker,
Miss Lodato. I mean,
yes.
if you're watching this,
Didn't she die though?
I hope she did.
Yeah, see, that's a big difference right there. I don't hope people die. You actively hope people die. Don't I can't I feel I hate to say it, but I feel a pang of guilt when I'm just like, I hate someone. I hope you die. I just can't wish that on somebody. I feel bad for that. You don't give a
See, I
fuck.
get when I say that, especially when I know that person is a piece of shit, I get rays of sunshine in my stomach.
I don't. I don't. I want.
Most people think that's testicular cancer.
Okay. Like, okay, I'll get. Well, okay. Like we've been talking about on and off for the last almost month, right? Did I agree with Charlie Kirk? No, I thought he was a troll piece of shit. Do I hoped and ever wished he died? Absolutely not. And definitely not die in the way in which he was murdered. Like
Well,
I
no,
would
okay.
never wish death upon someone even that I hate. But I do wish for a series of misfortunate events that fuck them up on a permanent basis.
Okay. Do I wish they really die? No.
Okay.
Would I sit there and
It's just
like
fun
the
for you to
question
say.
is the question like, oh, is she dead? I hope. It's not like I'm really hoping for someone to die. Like there's a difference between I'm actually hoping that person is dead and making that sly comment off the cuff.
No, I'm talking about like in that moment of anger when your emotions are raised and you're like, I really hope
When she had
you
me tied
die.
to the chair and
Yeah.
shoved pepper in my nose, if she got shot right there, I would probably have beat off right in front of her dead body.
Okay.
But
First of all, you were 5. Okay. No, but I mean like, okay, you have a legitimate hatred for that woman. And that's fair. You can have that hatred for that woman. She did something fucking terrible to you. But do you actually want her to be on a t-shirt? Like dead, dead.
well, no, I mean, this might sound weird, but she was old as fuck when she taught me. And if this was 20 years ago, like this is 20 years ago now, well, 24,
Well,
25 years ago now.
she's
So
probably
like
dead.
if she's probably dead, and I hope she died peacefully, but
Okay.
she's dead.
Okay, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm in the same thing. Like if I hear somebody I don't care if people hate this or not. If I hear that somebody was in a horrific accident and like multiple broken bones, they'll never walk again, 75% of burns, I'm like, I really hope they die. Because I could never live like that. Like I would think that death at that point is the good alternative. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe it's because I've never been in that situation. Like, I'm sure there's like combat Marines who've got like horrible injuries, like blown half their fucking face off,
Yeah. I get what you're
all that
saying.
shit. I'm sure they're less like, I like to live life every
Okay, you
day.
don't have to do the voice. You don't have to do the voice. That
My
is not
point
necessary.
is they find a reason to live despite being horrifically disfigured. And good for them. I don't think for me I could do that. I would just like stop. I would literally be on the table and I would look at the doctor and go, "Stop helping. Let me
So
go."
what I think the difference between our personalities are is, and if you could stop me if I'm wrong, when you make jokes, You can make jokes, you come up with quick jokes, stuff like
Very
that,
fast,
just
yes.
teasing, stuff like that, very fast. When I make jokes, they cut deep.
Yes, like it's the difference between like a machine gun and a shotgun. Like I can come at it like once I'm getting in the zone and I'm riffing on someone, you, dad, or mom or someone. It's like one thing after another. Don't feed me anything more because you know I'm going to use it, right? It's like because my mind works fast like that. With you, you're quiet and you don't say anything, and then out of nowhere, you'll just like, you know what? And then you'll hit somebody with something, and everyone just kind of like gets quiet and goes, dude, what the fuck? You destroyed your whole career, man. Was that necessary? Vicious attack. Actually, I
Which
take
is
it back. It's the difference between an Uzi and an A bomb. It's a different fucking beast altogether.
which is why, like, I always think, like, if I could be a stand-up comic, what would be my niche? And I think my niche would probably be crowd work. I think I would do fantastic in crowd work, just making fun of people.
I think
Not
crowd work.
actually so much of like coming up with detailed story jokes. I
No,
think it's crowd work and one-liners.
you're like a big Jay Okerson type of guy. Like you want to ask questions, get to know someone, and then hit them with something because they said something fucking weird or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
but
kind
that's
of like
still
Matt
very
Rife and
hard.
stuff like that.
Yeah, that's still very hard. It's the hardest, in my opinion, the hardest version of stand-up comedy because you're out there solo. It is an improv show every night, and that to me is terrifying. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
yeah, that's you.
real quick, because I don't know if this is a thing. The Riverside app is telling me your phone is less than 20%.
It is. I'm plugged in. It's just my this fucking phone sucks. I'll say it. Google Pixel. The Google Pixel 7a Pro, whatever the fuck you are, it sucks hot. Don't ever buy this phone. I'm not sponsored, and I hope they never. Google could turn around tomorrow and offer me $1 million, say something nice, and that would make that ad shine. But right now, the phone sucks. The fucking porthole keeps like, I leave it on my charger, and like in the middle of the night, I'm just like, no, I don't feel like having this in me anymore, and just shoots it out. So I wake up at like 9% the next day. It fucking sucks.
To go over to iPhone, my guy.
No, I will still. I'm gonna go back to another. I'm gonna go back to Samsung after this fucking lease is up in May.
So the next question is, which I don't. I mean, I'll just say it. Did mom and dad treat us differently growing up?
Yes,
I'll go first. You think they treated us different? I don't think it's treating us differently. I think we have a different relationship with mom and dad than.
please. I'll let you go first.
Well, no, we both have it. Like let's our relationship with mom is different. Like you have a different relationship with mom than I do. The more dynamic of it, you and dad have a different relationship than me and dad have a different relationship.
Sure.
I don't say like one is closer than the other.
No,
I just say it's just different.
it's
So I don't think they treated us differently.
no. Of course they treat us differently, and it's because I'm the older one. I'm the oldest of all of them. I was the oldest. Always gets treated differently. The youngest always gets treated differently. The ones in the middle,
You
it's
and Teresa are
not favorites. It's just that we're treated differently because we have the different responsibilities, and it's like this: the oldest sibling is treated differently by the parents. The youngest sibling is treated differently by the family because they're the baby. Everyone wants to protect the baby. All the older siblings do, the parents do, the aunts and uncles and grandparents, they all want to protect the youngest. The oldest is only dictated to by the parents and any extended family above them. The ones in the middle are
shit
that's more
on.
no, it's not shit on. It's more personality based. Like if mom and dad were doing something, there was times I expect you to be on your best behavior, set the example for your siblings. Like if you do it, they'll do it type shit. It's like I have to be that example. It's like you should be the example that we emulate, and I shouldn't like because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm 7. Or, but even at that, it's like when I was 14, you were 7. So you treat a 14-year-old a lot differently than you treat a 7-year-old. There's that to take into account as well. How many years is one sibling for another? You have to treat that kid with that kind of age mentality. Like I wouldn't talk to my teenage classes the same way I talk to the 5-year-old classes. Fucking 5 years old. I have to make everything stupid for them. So it's the same thing in this. You wouldn't talk to your 15-year-old the way you talk to your 8-year-old. You have to handle them differently. So yeah, we were treated differently.
So you have a shine on your halo. Uh,
Where?
we got
Fucking where?
okay.
Hold
Let's
on.
let's
Hold
let's
on.
No,
Obviously,
do you
this.
really want to go into this?
Hold on. Wait a second. I just want to say this, right? This is for the sake of the lore. We're not going to get into all of this right now, but I had a one-man show where I went off on everyone, and I was like
You did.
19. A fucking 8-year-old caught strays. Don't go there where like I have the halo on my head. Bullshit.
You do.
I
You
do
do.
not.
I'm sorry. You do. You are a golden spoon. You're a halo. You're the prince. You're everything. And you know
Bullshit.
what?
Crown Prince was one thing.
That same treatment is being treated to Caden because he's the only grandchild, and I understand that.
He's the young king.
But shut the fuck up.
I was
But
the crown prince, and he's the young king. It just goes hand in hand.
yeah. So
It's in reverse order.
that's what happens. You are the crowned prince because you were the first for both. You're the first for both sides. I understand that, and you are adored. You are the one that mom and papa. The
In my
twilight of their eye.
grandmother's eyes, in our grandmother's eyes,
Same thing. Same
you're
thing with
right.
Grandma Rhoda.
You're right. I agree with you. In our grandmother's eyes, I could do almost no wrong. I am not going to deny that. I've heard it my whole life. The crown prince from one side, my first boy on the other side, because Grandma Rhoda, she only had 2 girls. So I completely understand that. And you want to know something? That's the job of the grandma, to put that first kid on a pedestal and be like, look, my first grandchild. Like that's the mentality they come with. Everyone else, no, it doesn't happen that way. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. That's the job of the grandmother and the grandfather too, to some extent. Although most of them, I think, are like, oh, you had a kid, good for you. Like not everyone is like Papa or Dad, like Dad is with Caden. I thought you finished dinner.
So the next question: so who got more in trouble and who got away with more? I already know what your answer is going to be, because this has been said by all my siblings that apparently I get away with the most, and I don't know how the fuck that is. But who got in trouble more between the two of us? Probably you.
Probably me,
because you had your teenage angst years. The crow. I'm gonna put that picture up on the fucking podcast. The crow.
You really shouldn't.
The crow picture's going up.
No. Let it be for the lore. Let it be for that way. When we have an actual audience and people want to know, then we have something for them.
But who got away with more? You did.
No,
I don't get away with shit.
You didn't do anything to get away with. You didn't do anything.
So it automatically goes to you.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Because I still got in trouble for shit. No. I still got. You can say the same thing in the way. I still got in trouble for shit. Like a lot of shit.
Well, how did you get in trouble for the bat? How did you get in trouble for the bat cave? Please tell me.
Because I was down there and I should have known better. And although the fire was being played with by my friends, Mom still like, this is your house. How could you be doing something so stupid? Like that's your grandmother's house.
What? That's not getting in trouble.
Yes, it is.
I got in trouble.
No, because I did something stupid. I absolutely got yelled at for that.
Bro, first of all, even though you did it by bribing me with a bag of Cheetos every week, you fucked a girl in the basement without Mom knowing. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. I got away with that, but I did something
because
to get away with.
Because you bribed me.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I know how to play the game. That's not the point. My point is that when you don't do anything, you can't get away with anything. So
I didn't want to do any of that bullshit.
By default, like I'm the winner. Like I got away with the most, but I also got in trouble the most because the things I didn't get away with, I got caught.
between the two of us, like if you bring all 4 of us, and Amanda got in trouble way more for more things.
Yeah, Amanda is also like if I was going to be sneaky, I thought it out ahead of time. Amanda jumps before she even knows that there's ground where she's going to land. Like she doesn't give a fuck. She wants to do the thing, she's going to do the thing. Whereas I'm like very cautious. Like there's a reason why, and I envy her for having that, but like there's a reason why she's covered in tattoos and I only have 2. Like I want more tattoos, but I'm very picky about it because they're permanent and I want to make sure whatever I put on my body is exactly what I want now and hopefully 50 years from now.
Yeah, our sister is covered in tattoos with mythological shit that she does not believe in.
Yeah, like Amanda likes the aesthetic of it. So good for her. She's covered in tattoos and I really wish I was too. I wish I had the money to do it. I wish I had this is my heart. I'm going to do this. I've only done that twice in my life and I'm still satisfied with my tattoo.
All right. So did being the older brother And let's just put it to the older sibling but did being
Mhm.
the older brother actually make you feel responsible for your siblings or no?
Yes, and there was several times in memory that I totally can admit that I failed that responsibility. But yes,
Do you want to elaborate?
there was a time Amanda was being bullied on a school bus and I did absolutely nothing about it. And what makes it even more fucked up is we made eye contact and I turned away from her. Like she was like, I need help. And I was like, you did it to yourself. You deserve it. And that was me being a complete scumbag as a 16-year-old. Like I failed my responsibility that day of being her big brother. 100%. And I regret that. That's really the only time I can think of, like off the top of my head. That's the biggest one that I still like I still think about, still haunts me from time to time, but I'm sure there's other instances where I'm like, I should have done better. Yeah, fuck it.
Okay. Uh, Here's one for you, and I could tell you from personal experience
I
that
apologize for
yes.
that. No, go ahead.
Do you think that I have learned from your mistakes or ignored them?
Both you have learned from some of my mistakes and you've also ignored, I don't know if ignored my mistakes or used me as an example and went the complete opposite way type of shit. It's like, I saw what you went through. Nope.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
could tell you for a fact that that's most of it. Like
Mhm.
learn from your mistakes is hard because not that we all make mistakes, but every kid makes the same type of mistake. Every teenager, we all make that same type of mistake. All teenage stupid shit,
Mhm.
or just because we're two different people. The things that you didn't interest me when I was the same age when you did those, Like so I think there's a difference between saying the mistakes like you smoke weed, you smoked weed, you did a lot of that. I was never the smoked weed type person. I didn't like
Right.
that.
I'm
Not that
still
I ever
smoking weed.
tried it. I mean, I've tried it once or twice, but it's never actually as like interest me that much. So
Sure.
it's not
Not
like
your
a
thing.
quote unquote mistake. It's just there's two different things that we
You saw what
you know
I was
we,
doing
we
and went,
liked.
yeah, you saw what I was doing and went, not for me. Good for you though. And then there's other things that, it goes, there's other things where it's like, you saw me doing it and you did it. You're like, I like this too. I'm like, good. We have something to do, bond over some shit. I would think one of them would be, and I don't blame you for this, but like the idea of an advanced education. Like you went to college for like half a year or a year or so. It wasn't your
Fucking
thing.
barely.
Right, exactly. It wasn't your thing. And
Yeah, I
and
was like,
no matter
"Fuck it,
how
I'll work."
like I'm of the mindset of like everyone should constantly be getting an education in something. You should always be learning something. You should never get to the point in your life you're like, I know everything, because you don't. I think at every point in your life you should be trying to understand something or learn something. But some people it doesn't work for them like that. Some people don't see it that way.
Well,
And
I understand what you're saying, but I look at it differently. Like I don't think like okay, yeah, getting a piece of paper or learning from someone in the classroom for fucking 3 days a week is going to give me some new lease on life that could help me in the future, blah 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 type bullshit. I think everyone's still well, at least this is what I look at. I'm still learning new things every day. It's just new things that can help better my own personal life and not just the general society as a whole. So, like for me,
well,
like I'm learning things that interest me that I know some might not be needed in my life and some are needed in my life. Like there's always something to learn and I'm learning something new every day. It's just not sitting in a classroom being tested on it.
right. I understand what you're saying. You're talking more about the idea of learning from experiences and stuff, whereas I'm approaching it from the idea of the education system. Like the education, like college is a good thing, and higher education to is wonderful on many levels. Put the advanced understanding of whatever aside, like, the actual, what you're there for, the education. What college does for you on a social level is amazing because it makes you deal with real people. And I mean that of your peers. Obviously, you're not talking with people with experience. You're people who are like you, and you get to learn from those people because you see them so often, and you get to talk to them in a way that's available in other assets. Like you can have friends at work, right? But you're there to work. They're your co-workers. Everyone's there to get a job done and to get paid. And sometimes you make friends with the like lifelong friends, like me and Turner or Stewart, right? But then most people, you're like, yeah, I worked with them. They were fine. Versus you see somebody 3 times a week. You're there to learn, but you can also get together to study something and outside of school, which leads to that social interaction, getting to know someone who's completely different than you, different culture, different mindset, different views on stuff. In class, you're some classes you're told you got to work together in groups. You have to learn from each other. And just those little interactions can give you so much education that you're not going to get in any other kind of way. It's only in these like educational social settings that you get this kind of conversation and talk. And I think that's immensely valuable, almost as much as the education itself.
Okay, you went on a long rant, and I did. I'll be honest, I did not listen to you.
God damn you. Okay, I'll make it real simple. Talking to
No, you don't
people
have to.
Talking to people is just as beneficial as learning. Holy shit.
Okay.
That right there is a big fucking, that's what I mean by the fucking difference between us. Right then and there. I have an advanced thought and you're just like, uh-huh. I don't know what you're talking about, bye.
It's no, I know what you're talking about, but it's word fucking salad. My
It's
God.
not word salad.
It is word salad. It's like you have to fucking sit there and think and talk about, and you make these deep fucking, like, these lines where you have to sit there. It's like, yeah, you just interact with different people and you learn from different people that are around your same age. Boom, done.
But don't you understand? Like you're making my point for me. I'm able, and I'm not even doing anything special, but I'm able to craft these sentences and really facilitate a poignant point. And you're just like, yeah.
I'll shut the fuck up with your $5 words. I'm able to craft these sentences and facilitate a poignant point. Shut the fuck up, all right? No one fucking asked for these goddamn questions.
You like Kevin something up is like, why use many words, but a few words didn't take.
No, it's not even that. Like, no, I'm not a Cro-Magnon. There's a difference between like sitting there and talking like a human being and then talking like a fucking professor where you're standing in front of a fucking class. Whenever you talk, shut up. Whenever you talk, I feel like, especially when you go on fucking rants like that, I feel it in my soul that it's like you're talking at me. And I hate that. When I feel you're talking at me, I will sit there and tune you out 99.99% of the time.
First of all, I'm talking to make sure that I can hear myself talk. That's number one. I am my own favorite audience. But number two, I'm very passionate about this idea. And this is a conversation we're having about the differences between us. Like, this is my stance on education, which is strikingly different than yours. And you're just like, words.
That's all it is. It's just fucking words.
No shit, asshole. It's a conversation.
No. There's a difference between having a conversation. Like, we could have a conversation and we could sit there and we can talk and we could be fine. But you want to go crafting these long ass fucking sentences and it's like, I feel like you're staring at a skull while you're talking to these sentences. Like just shut up fucking, like, you could, yeah, this. And that's it. That's all you had to fucking say.
As an actor, I appreciate you comparing me to Hamlet. I love that. Thank you so much.
As an actor. Shut up. Please name me what have you fucking acted in besides Green Hour Media shit. All right, what is your IMDb state?
Is the Fat Knight still on there? I have my college short that nobody understands. And we also that ridiculous fucking black and white we shot in my bedroom with the bear that no one fucking sees.
Again, it was 2:00 in the morning and we were bored. Okay?
You're still defending this?
All of our greatest ideas come to 2:00 in the morning. All right, Fat Night was a 2:00 in the morning thing.
That's true. Like, we're 2 for 2 at 2:00 in the morning. Wait, is that what 2 a.m. means?
No. That's what my next tattoo is, just 2 a.m. on my shoulder.
Terrifying.
So, were you jealous when I came along, or did you embrace the big brother role?
I thought, like, okay, this is new because I already had 4 years with Amanda, or 5 years with Amanda when you were born, and I was like, like, she's my little sister. Like, I don't have the
you threw a plane at her head. We all know that story.
I totally 9/11'd her. But, like, oh no. Was that the first time in history that 9/11 has been used as a verb?
No, sadly.
Okay. Anyway. That's the true story. Anyway, I was like, I was 7, and the idea of like I'm gonna be a big brother, and this is a boy, like my little brother, like we could do boy shit. Like I was like, so that was new for me because again, all I had was Amanda for 5 years, and we're not, she played with her shit, I played with mine. So I'm like, I get to have someone to play with now, and with the shit I
And
like.
scare the fuck out of.
That came later. My point is, it started with the best intentions. It was like, I get to do. I can't wait to show him the shit I like, because he'll like the same things I like, and I'll have a play buddy. So I embraced it immediately. I didn't give a shit about being jealous. I just wanted like a little brother.
So I know the answer to this next question. Who's more competitive between the two of us?
I would think it's you. I think you're more competitive than I am. Like, there's a difference, I think, right? I'm competitive in the nature that if I know something is factual and you're just flat out denying it, I'll fight you tooth and fucking nail because I can prove it. Like, I like being right in that instance.
I don't think that's competitiveness. I think that's just getting pissed off because of my not ignorance. Because see, there are times where I know that what you're saying is true, but I'm denying it only because I want
It
to
pissed
piss
me
you
off.
off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
So
okay. Are you talking about just in the terms of you versus me, one on one, who wants to win more?
well, it just innate, like in nature. Like I think I am definitely more competitive than you are. Like when it comes to any type of things that could be competitive, I want to bury my opponent.
Yeah, you're talking like sports shit. I'm thinking more
Not even
like,
that.
what are you talking? Like, give me a specific.
Well, I'm definitely when it comes to
Say job hunting. You're looking for a job, and there's a position that you're perfect for, and you're gonna get that fucking job tooth and nail. How do you go about that?
I'm calling every day. Like
Okay.
I'm sending an email. I'm showing up at the place. I've done that. Like fucking I did that for the lids job, you know?
Okay.
Like that's something I wanted. It was in my wheelhouse. Sports assistant manager. I don't have to wear a fucking uniform. That was like oh to me
Okay.
at the time.
I usually give up
Um,
after like the second or third try. Like, I'll call it nothing. Call it nothing. Maybe one time say, "Oh, call back next week." Call back next week. Still get nothing. Then I call a fourth time, just tell them to get fucked, and then I just move on to the next thing because that pisses me off.
well, I think when it like if you were to put the four of us against each other in like a game type competitive thing, I think I'm definitely the more competitive because I do get pissed off if I lose against any of my siblings.
Yes, you
Like
do.
I get
But you used to get pissed off when we used to play baseball outside. Like, we invented a 2-man baseball game, and we
we
would
did well.
play.
That's only because we had the ledge there.
Right. Like,
You
I
can't run to
understand.
first base because if you run to first base, if we were
No,
gone,
no, I know that, but I mean, other than that, like, it was just the two of us. It's not like we had other people who just didn't want to play with us. It was only you and I. Man, I didn't fucking care, and Teresa didn't give a shit. She was too young, so it was only the two of us who would play. And I remember you getting pissed off because we would play for hours, and then like there would be a day where I would just sweep you, and you would just like, you're like, what? I'm
well,
like, calm the
yeah,
fuck down, buddy.
when we fucking did it, look, the reason why I laid there for an hour on top of you in the FU
Right.
or that
The
fucking
last
thing,
wrestling match.
and the last wrestling match we had was crying because of it because I could never beat you.
Right.
And
I know.
when you won the one time and I got pissed off and I cracked the fucking belt over your skull, all right, I was pissed off.
I mean, you always accepted losing with such grace, but you at least acknowledge you lost. I mean, there was some times that we would contest it, but then I would just be like, fuck you, I won. And then that would be it.
Yeah, so yeah, I would say I'm the more competitive, especially when it comes to something like I know I can win. Like
Right. Like, I was,
me like okay when it comes I'll give you an example when it comes to like playing Madden when Isaiah and Caden.
mhm.
There are legitimate times where Isaiah, well, not Isaiah, but legitimate times, and I know at the time he was fucking 12, but where me and Caden would legitimately be cursing each other out on over PS5.
Joey, he's 12. Joey, he's 12.
Let the boy speak. Like no, there's legitimate times where Caden and I like Caden would get so pissed off at me for winning. Like he would do that screech voice where nothing came out, you just heard screech, but you heard like something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he would do that, and I'd be laughing on the other end, and then he would he'd call me a name, so like legitimate, and then I can't beat him now for some fucking reason. Now on Madden, I can't beat that kid for nothing now. So I'm like, but see, like my whole thing of I can't beat you, so I'm not playing you anymore. I'm done playing this. Like
You're a
that's my
scumbag.
pettiness. That's the pettiness I have, and I know. Okay,
You're a scumbag.
so yeah, what laughing at him? Like anybody would do that. Stop it.
Uh, he's 12, Joe. Holy
I don't
shit.
care. The boy needs to learn.
Wow.
All right.
I also think it depends on the game too. Like when we play Monopoly, fucking gloves are off. I'll cut your throat. But like, other than other games we played, it's like, yeah, it's whatever. Like, we could play chess, checkers or whatever. No one gets pissed
Who
off.
the fuck? No, no. First of all, yes, I have video of Caden getting pissed off at Eric, and
I
Eric
know
threatening
that
to
at
punch an
chess. I
8-year-old.
know. I was talking about checkers. Like you and I could play checkers and we kill the time. It's like, okay, who gives a fuck? It's a stupid little game. But it's like I said, if we're breaking up the Monopoly board, I'm taking you the fuck down, and I get pleasure. I get like you have no idea. Sometimes when I'm like, you land on one of my properties, and I know you're like one or two rolls away from bankruptcy. I just want to start stroking it so bad. I just want to be like, yeah, something around the park, please. Ain't your boy. Well, right past it.
All right. So, is there any time or one time that you wished you were the younger brother?
No, I don't. No, no, no. I don't know how I could be a younger brother. Like, I don't know what that means. So I can't say I wish I wanted it. Have there been times where I was like, I don't want to be the responsible one, or like so and so, look good so your siblings emulate you type shit. Like, yeah, maybe once or twice. Like, I don't want to be respectful. I want to be an asshole. But I gotta be, otherwise you're gonna set an example. But no, I don't. I never wanted to be a younger sibling.
Oh, outside. Okay. I mean, the question is flipped to me. It's like, is there one time that I wish I was the older brother? And to be honest, I don't have any time that I wish I was the older sibling to begin with, because
Well,
I don't want
you
that
are though.
responsibility.
Hold on, are you talking about being the oldest or just an older?
Like, yeah, the older out of, like, the eldest out of all of us, like stuff
Okay,
like
because I'm
that.
about to
Like
say,
the
like, you have it both ways. Like, you are a younger sibling and also an older sibling.
Well, I mean, I think there's a there's a different dynamic to being an older brother to a sister than it is to be to a brother. You have both
I
in
know,
that.
right?
So
I
there's
know.
different dynamics because, like I with Teresa, I do feel this responsibility to be protective over her because she is the youngest and she is the youngest, girl. So to be protective over her is a natural thing that comes out of me. And again, we all have our different, like you said at the beginning, we all have our different interactions with each other and how, and they're drastically different. But I don't know how I would feel about having a younger brother because, like, even though that feel of responsibility and protectiveness may be there, I don't think it would be as drastic or poignant. See, I'm using $5 words. As a younger sister, because a younger brother, he can protect himself. How do you feel? Like, do you feel more protective, or not more protective, but like how protective do you feel over me compared to Amanda or Teresa?
I don't feel protected over any of you, actually. Growing up,
Oh, fuck you.
well, no, I mean, growing up, maybe, but like, I was never in a position. And maybe that's why, like said before about the Amanda thing on the bus and how I regret it. Maybe that's why I regret it so much and why it still lingers is because it was really the first and only time I should have been a protective older brother, and I just didn't. And I'm sorry I didn't. But I never had an opportunity to defend any of you. Like, we all were always together, like, except for when we were in school. And I'm not in your class with you. I don't know what the fuck happened. And I put my faith in people like mom and dad to handle things like what happened to you in kindergarten with the teacher. I'm like, well, mom and dad are handling it, which I'm like, well, looking back now, it should have been a fucking lawsuit. That's neither here nor there. But like, I didn't have to defend you from the teacher. I didn't have to defend Teresa from any of you from your classmates, except for the time on the bus with Amanda, and I failed her for that. So No, I can't say I was protective of you, and as an adult now, I'm not protective of all of you. I mean, I worry about you all. I always do. I always want to make sure that you guys are safe and everything is good with at work, and no one gets sick or gets into an accident, of course. But I'm not. I don't feel like protective. None of you are in a bad situation. I'm not worried about Teresa at all. Take her off the board. I know Amanda can handle herself, even though she does stupid shit sometimes, but I know she can handle herself. Take her off the board. I'm not protective of you, but I do worry about you sometimes just because of all the things that have been happening in your life recently with someone we both know. So, like, because I know that's something that's deep, that's a deeper level that it's hitting you on because it's so personal and so close. And I know that you've had issues with aspects of that. I'm trying to be as vague as possible.
Yeah, yeah.
And I can empathize because I've been in a very similar place. And I've also learned through a lot of therapy that what I did and stepped up and said, "No, I'm here to stay," type of shit, is the rare exception. Not and it's okay to not be able to do that for whatever the situation is. Not everyone can sit there and weather the storm, and I commend you for that. But yeah, it's I can't. I would lie if I'm like, I wonder how he's doing today. I hope he's okay because I heard something like, "Oh, did you hear what happened now?" It's like, fuck. It comes for a minute, but I also trust you and I know you. So of course I'm gonna worry, but I'm protective, but I'm like, he'll be fine. He's got this. He knows I'm here if he needs it.
All right. Okay, I see that. Um, all right, this is the last question for the night, which is weird.
Fungus says
But
hello.
if we were switched, how different do you think our lives would be?
That's a weird fucking question that I've never thought about. I mean, it kind of goes with the question you asked before of like if I want to be younger. I'm like, I no, of course not. I don't know what that is. I don't know, dude, because I don't know. Am I? And maybe this ties into the first question at the top of this conversation that maybe I'm changing my mind on. And would I be the same person if our places were switched, or would I be more closer to you, like your personality and your interests and the way you handle things? And is that because of when we were alive, or like when we were raised, or I don't know. It's a weird question. It's so fucking weird. And would I be the same person, which is with an older brother, with you as my older brother? I don't know. And even I'll tell you one thing though, like even like especially now, I don't look at you like my younger brother. Like there are times where we'll argue and talk about experiences and shit like that, and that's one thing. But like to me, you're my equal. You're like my peer. You're like you're my best friend. So it's like you're right here with me. And I don't think age like that doesn't factor in anymore. Like unless I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, let me call Joey. And I'm like, oh, sometimes I'm like, oh shit, that's right. He's 7 years younger than me. Has doesn't learn that yet, or some shit like that. So
Well, no, yeah, I
yeah,
mean, that's why when I said before, like age and how we are now, it feels so different than how we were when we were younger. The gap does not feel as big anymore. Um, than what it was, and I think that comes with knowing the part of we were always like we weren't close growing up. You had your thing again. 7 years difference not going to be that close. I'm
yep,
7, you're 14. You're going into high school basically, and you're dealing with high school things, and I'm still in fucking second grade.
yeah,
So I think again, and I think that went for all of us. I think as soon as we hit adulthood and like 18, 19, around that age, or 16, 17, 18, like, and we all like, yeah, that's the experiences we had, and we all have the same amount of experience with the same type of things and the same aspects. That's when we all started to get closer to each other as far as siblings wise, and now we're all adults, and basically there's nothing to not sit there and be close about. Like, we don't hate each other. We don't have like, do we have things we argue about? Yeah. Do we have really intense bad arguments in one week, and then in the next 2 weeks or the next week then we're best friends
mm-hmm,
again? Yeah.
mm-hmm,
That happens. I mean, that's being a sibling. But we're all going to sit there and be there for each other no matter what.
mm-hmm. But
So
yeah,
and I think that's what it comes from, is knowing that, yeah, are we going to sit here and agree on everything? Like you and I, like going into this episode, you're like, maybe we should talk about politics. You and I have so much, like, we are so heated debates when it comes to politics, where some of the arguments that come up, where you and I have literally sat down and been screaming blood red at each other, telling each other to go fuck ourselves, or, calling
Just
names, and we really mean it.
just last week, you went, "Hey, yeah, yeah, all right, hold on. Well, let me call you right back. Elena's calling me." I said, "Okay, no problem." Didn't fucking hear from you all night. So
Yeah.
you used your girlfriend to get out of a political argument with me.
Well, no, she was calling me. I'm being legitimately honest when she called me.
I don't believe you at all.
But yeah, so I don't think it comes to the point now where age really makes a difference, because I think it's experiences, and we've all shared the same type of experience.
Mm-hmm. I think that really
And
started to solidify the four of us about, I want to say 9-ish years ago. Like soon as Teresa was like 16, 17, she's always been mature, much more mature for her age. Even like as a teenager. But like once she became of like that mindset where she could hold her own in an argument and have an opinion and stand for something, I think we all started to respect one another a little bit differently. And I think over the last 5 years, especially
I don't
since
respect
COVID,
you.
we've cohesed into like we don't see each other as like we're each other's best friend. Like we're all equal playing ground. Like we're all going through the same bullshit as adults, and we can bond over those things, like work related shit. Teresa's stressing about the wedding, significant other problems because we're all at that age where we have significant others. Amanda has Caden, Grace and they'll be starting soon for our next niece or nephew. Who knows when you and I will pop one out. But like we have things as adults that we can bond over now that we never had as kids. And I think over the last 5 years we've just become like a solid little unit. Like the four of us, like
Hmm.
it's very, I mean, a few times it's happened, like, oh, you did that with Joey, where was my invite type shit. Like, I mean, it's happened, concert ticket
Well, and I
arguments,
mean,
shit like that. But like,
yeah, I mean, me and Teresa have had different subjects, and it goes deeper. And I'm not going to get into it on here, but we've had, little things that we've done where we are like, "Does anyone gonna tell Amanda?"
the only answer he knows is a
And
barbecue.
yeah, like it's just one of those.
Teresa still gives us shit. We went to Harry Potter World without her.
Yeah, she still gives me the stank eye.
She'll be watching this and she'll start giving us this thing. She's doing it right now. And now she's laughing. I love you, Beans.
So I completely
You
understand
just
that. And
told me to
again,
fuck
it
myself.
comes, but but now it's different. Like we we're all kind of, well, the three of us, you, me, and Amanda, are now post 30.
Mm-hmm.
Teresa's mature. She's the first one getting married.
Mm-hmm.
So now all that little stupid bullshit that we cared about as teenagers, or this, that, and the third, it doesn't mean shit anymore. And like, I really do think it comes to this, and this is probably where we could end this episode. I think our closeness really did. I have to give thanks to Uncle Keith and Dad and Bubba for how we view each other now, because we heard all the stories, about Uncle Anthony passing away when he was 17, but they didn't have
17 days old.
17 days old. Yes, I'm sorry. They didn't have that relationship, but still losing a brother, a sibling, that they hurt. God rest his soul. But seeing Uncle Keith pass away and how much it hurts Dad even to this day, and hurts Uncle Bubba, I can't
Mm-hmm.
imagine anything like that losing one of you guys.
Oh no, dude, it's a thought that it sucks we're gonna end on this fucking note, but it's a thought that that hits me every once in a while. Like there's a 25% chance that I'm the one to go first, and I don't have to deal with losing any of you. But there's a 75% chance that I have to deal with that. And I hate those odds. And it could be anything, right? I mean, it could be accident, sickness. It doesn't matter what the cause is.
You go to jail, stuff like that.
I have to deal with the next day waking up in a world without one of my people, one of my siblings. And I hate that, but it's life. We will burn that bridge when we get to it, 'cause it's got to come.
No, come on. Use your good old line. We'll burn that cross when we get there.
That's
You
not
know
my
you want to
line.
use
I
that
don't
one.
burn crosses. What's the matter with you?
You love that line. Stop it. I've heard you say that line more times than fucking Carter's got liver pills. I have no
Oh,
idea what
no.
that means.
We'll
Look,
burn that bridge when we get there. But we're not there tomorrow. Hopefully.
So bottom line, being older or younger might change how you see things, but at the end of the day, it's just us. You took the hits first. I watched and figured out how to duck. Either way, we turned. That wasn't my line. That was ChatGPT. I'll be honest with you.
Bro,
I read that. I went, that's beautiful. I don't care. Either way, we turned out the way we are, and as
real quick, we want to talk about crafting sentences versus GPT. What's the difference in our fucking personalities? Shakespeare and AI. Fuck you.
I don't care. Either way, we turned out the way we are, and as always, opinions may vary. Next week, hopefully, we'll get the two other siblings on, and we will talk about this and have this debate. I don't care, because I have questions about it. We will talk about the favorite child, who the favorite child is, because
we need a full panel for that.
we need all four of them there, and maybe a guest spot for mom and dad. Maybe.
Let's leave them out of it for right now. Let's just leave them the fuck over there. Dad's got enough screen time. And we have enough in the archives.
But again, we'll see you guys next week on Opinions May Vary. Thank you for watching this brand new episode, brand new podcast. And again, like and subscribe to the Green Hour Media YouTube page and watch our other podcasts that we have. You know, the little podcasts that, we might have only 3 or 4 episodes on too. But Is This Real is our major one. Go watch Is This Real. But yeah, thank you, Anthony. We'll catch you tomorrow. I know you're coming over.
Best of luck with your driver's driver.
Thank you. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.